Welcome everybody, it's Mick Dennehy here from Collins SBA, and today I'm going to be learning about the 8 key drivers of business value from the eyes of an acquirer of your business when you ultimately sell it. The Value Builder system is a system that we utilise, and it's a great platform to help myself and our clients to build the value of their business, and as a result can double the value of their business, double their offers, and control their future. So very important part of building a business and understanding. So a little bit about myself. My background, I'm a chartered accountant, have been for many years. The last 11 or so years just working specifically with business owners, coaching them, advising them around strategy and building their business for sale by design and not just by fluke, as sometimes happens with business owners, just building and growing without necessarily any strategy or design. So the Value Builder system plays on 3 categories that have an impact in the value of your business, and they tend to be either personal motivators, personal crisis, or personally peaked. Now you might connect with one of those or more than one, but personal motivators tend to drive the business and the growth, but financial or otherwise. If a personal crisis occurs, that could definitely impact on a business owner and the value of the business, and that could be a health crisis, could be a divorce. And personally peaked is often seen where business owners grow their business, they might get burnt out, worn down, and feel they've gone as far as possible. So those 3 things typically play a big part in the value of a business. We see typical business owners having those 8 characteristics on the left-hand side. So have a read through those and whether any of those you connect with as seeing that is yourself. Not a good place to be in if you want to sort of maximise the outcome of your business, and ultimately when you are acquired or you sell. Unfortunately, I hear of stories of too many business owners just walking away from their business and not realising any value, which is a pretty sad circumstance, particularly if it's not creating any financial freedom for themselves when ultimately they do don't want to sort of run a business or work much anymore. Whereas where we like to help businesses strive for is the right hand side, and that's all about, one, utilising the Value Builder program, but also utilising my experience and expertise in helping businesses grow and ultimately sell their business with a lot more value and ultimately obtain financial freedom. So there is the 8 key drivers of company value, and like I said earlier, this is from the eyes of an acquirer. So they are financial performance. There's the growth potential of a business, we call the Switzerland structure, the valuation teeter-totter or seesaw, recurring revenue, monopoly control, the customer score, and hub and spoke. So let's delve into each of these in a little bit more detail. So financial performance is can be partly the size and amount of the revenue that a business generates. From the eyes of acquirer, the smaller the revenue, the higher the risk that is real or perceived. And the financial performance certainly plays a part in an acquirer discounting the future earnings, which essentially is their return on investment. And in the Value Builder report, if you undertake the questionnaire, it'll give you a lot more detail into financial performance and the importance of it. Growth potential, again, this is an acquirer looking at your business when it comes to sale and say, okay, well, how much can we grow this? Because for whatever investment, they want to get a good return on that investment, and the ability to grow it comes down to how they can leverage your business within theirs and scale that potential. The Switzerland structure is after the country of Switzerland, and this refers to the reliance you might have on one customer, one employee or supplier, or very few. And sometimes this is sort of not appreciated, the impact that it can have when it comes to sale. And if an acquirer is looking to buy your business, and you've got, for example, one customer that represents, let's say, more than half of your revenue, that's a high risk, and they will discount the value of your business accordingly. So, and that applies as much to employees or suppliers as well. So very important and often overlooked when it comes to sale. The valuation seesaw. So this refers to sort of the cash flow, gross profit and profit impact on the value of a business. Now it would imply that, the higher the profit, the higher the cash flow, the more value, and that's not definitely wrong. But also too, when it comes to sale, the cash flow impact within the business, which is sometimes termed as working capital, which is things like, money in the bank, debtors, creditors, you've got stock, anything else that's in that sort of same bucket, if you like. An acquirer will look at it and go, well, okay, for example, if we need $500,000 to run this business in a normal environment, well, we're going to take that off the sale price. And I've seen that typically happen in a few occasions, which has blindsided the seller of the business, not appreciating that. So understanding that is important, but two, actually having your business in a place where your cash flow and is not in a negative sense and impacting on ultimately what you get for the business. Hierarchy of recurring revenue is arguably one of the most important of the 8 key drivers, and this is all about future sales. And it's like looking through, the binoculars into the future and having some confidence around what revenue is going to be achieved. So if you're a business which is transactional and there's no confidence or comfort that a buyer, a customer, a client is going to continue purchasing from you, that's definitely going to have a significant impact on the value of your business. So if you don't have recurring revenue today, certainly something to look at. And there's different ways to skin the cat, and sometimes, ways that you wouldn't have thought of. And I guess that's where my experience and expertise comes in to help you build that. And it's things like contracts, subscriptions, memberships, like a gym membership, things like that certainly help the value of the business. Monopoly of control. So I guess there's not many monopolies around necessarily anymore. But having said that, it's all about creating a protective moat around your business, as Warren Buffett termed it. And principally that's about being different. And by being different, you can create a competitive edge for your business against competitors. And if you can be in that position, all of a sudden you've got some form of control over pricing. And when it comes to selling your business, if an acquirer's got some comfort and confidence around that aspect, and your business is different and stands out, that definitely plays a big part in what they're prepared to pay for your business. Customer satisfaction, an obvious one. If you've got customers satisfied, they'll refer, they'll tell people, they'll come back. But when it comes to a sale, an acquirer is not necessarily going to take your word for it. So there's various ways to look to quantify this. One popular and well-used platform is a platform called Net Promoter Score. And that gives you the ability to ask your customers and clients on a regular basis to essentially give you a score based on one question. So the whole process is simple, and I think regardless of where you're looking to sell, I think it's a great way to see whether your perceptions, because sometimes they are only perceptions, not reality, is actually reality, and get your team involved and gives you some sort of score line to be able to measure and improve on. And finally, the last one's hub and spoke, which is essentially the reliance on you, the owner. And with small, medium-sized businesses, this can be a real challenge. And even though this is from the eyes of an acquirer, operationally, this can be a drain. If you're wearing too many hats, you're doing too many things, you micromanage, you haven't got systems and processes, the business is so dependent on you that when it comes to selling your business, the value is going to be significantly impacted. And not even notwithstanding the value, but also the amount of time that you may need to stay in the business. So the actual terms of sale can be significantly impacted. So definitely one that needs focus, and one that can easily be fixed with a bit of time and focus. And again, this is where I come in to help you around that. And it's, for example, it's getting the right people in the right roles within your business, systems and processes, even outsourcing things you do. And for you, the business owner, making sure you delegate when you got that structure in place. So that's given you a bit of an overview of the 8 key drivers. Now, where to from here? I will send you an ebook to give you a bit more information on those 8 key drivers, and also a questionnaire to complete, which will enable you to get a value builder score out of 100 for your business. And that will also give you some specific details and even some suggestions to improve each of your 8 key drivers. And essentially there's 3 great reasons to do that questionnaire and get your score. One, we can start to look at helping you make your business more valuable than your industry peers, discover your business hidden assets, and even spot your business's silent killers. And hidden assets, silent killers, are often overlooked by definition, and that's part of my role and part of the program is to uncover those and again improve the value of your business for when you sell. The report that you'll get once you do the questionnaire, that's just on screen there, just a little overview, which is the summary page, which will be then unpacked in a bit more detail for each of the 8 key drivers for you. Now, it's all about doing this together. I think as too many business owners try to go alone, whether it's with me or other mentors or coaches. It's a matter of making sure you understand your weaknesses and engage people both internally and externally to help you achieve your goals and building the value of the business. So we like taking care of business at Collins SBA. So I'm looking forward to going through the Value Builder score with you once you've completed it, and then we can talk about the three options to use the Value Builder program to build the value of your business to achieve financial freedom ultimately.